Hi all and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ben, aka Notions. This video is going to be a bit different to my usual videos, and I'm just going to talk about retro gaming and hardware that I've owned, i.e. computers and games consoles, which I've owned over the years, although I haven't really been into games for a few years now due to my mental health issues, but it might be a way of trying to recover quicker, I think. But I'll just talk through some of the consoles and computers I've had over the years. The first computer slash gaming machine I owned, you will laugh at probably, but it was an Atari ST540FM, and it didn't have an internal hard drive. It used to boot off 3.5-inch floppy drives, which held 1.44 megabytes of data, and it was very primitive compared to what we have nowadays, of course. And I think it was 8-bit, so all the games like Gauntlet 2, Afterburner, Super Hang-On, Outrun, what other games did I play? Pac-Man, Pac-Mania, Rainbow Islands, the New Zealand Story was another one. I can't forget Bubble Bobble, so I had the 3 that I named before, Bubble Bobble, Rainbow Islands, and the New Zealand Story on 3 different discs, but it came as one kind of thing. And I used to be addicted to playing these games and nearly completed Rainbow Islands before, and I was pretty good at Bubble Bobble as well. This is when I was like 8, 9, 10, 11 perhaps years old, and I can remember in quite good detail about the games, but I haven't seen the Atari for a number of years. But it was an awesome machine in its day. I think it was about 1987 that my dad bought it. Me and my brother used to use it to, play, what was it called, some soccer game? I can't remember, it was basically a football game on it, and I can't think, fantasy football? No, I don't know. I'm trying to think what it's called, but my memory is quite bad for things really quite a lot, 30 years ago now, isn't it? But yeah, I used to play against my brother in some of the games, and obviously I'd win most of the time, but I'm not better than my brother at computer games. Yeah, you know I'm joking, Tom. Anyway, after the Atari, I had a PlayStation. The original PlayStation, you could call it a PlayStation 1 now, as it was a PSX, the original PlayStation. I think it came out in 1995, but I had mine in 1997. I had V-Valley, Crash Bandicoot, a few other games as well. ISS, International Superstar Soccer Pro, so ISS Pro, and FIFA 98, Road to the World Cup, FIFA 98. These 2 football games are very good, and yeah, me and Tom, who's my brother, we used to play football against each other on the PlayStation, and we were both pretty good at it really, and what I would win some days, he would win another day, or whatever, really, pretty equal. But he would be a lot better at computer games, like football computer games right now, due to the way I feel. I don't have much motivation anymore, but yeah, I'm trying not to be negative, sorry about that. And yeah, after, what was I saying, the PlayStation, I didn't really have a console after that. I've never had a PlayStation 2, 3, or 4, 5, up to now, aren't they? And I've never owned an Xbox, because basically from when I left college, year 2000, I started getting really into computers, and I started building computers myself on my own. And the first computer I ever made was very, from now, it was old. It was a Pentium 3 450 megahertz, which I overclocked to 600 megahertz because the multiplier was 4.5 times and the front side bus was 100, making 450 megahertz. And simply changing the front side bus, which is also known these days as the base clock, from 100 up to 133, and 133 times 4.5 gives roughly 600. So the clock speed of that Pentium 3 was 600 megahertz roughly, and it was stable for everything I did, like basic gaming and start early internet back then, dial-up 56k. I had a serial port US Robotics, actually 9105. No, actually it's another one. US Robotics 9105 is a router, ADSL router, asymmetric digital subscriber line router, and not a serial port 56k dial-up modem. I used to have dial-up 56k, obviously much faster than 28.8k, but still very slow nonetheless. And at one point I had 19 desktop computers, that's right, 19, and 2 laptop computers, and I ran them 24/7, running SETI at home, which is search for extraterrestrial intelligence at home. So it used CPU processing power in order to process data, basically, and these were known as work units. And every time you'd complete the work unit, it would upload to the SETI home server at Berkeley, the University of, or I don't know, like Berkeley or Stanford. I think it was Berkeley for SETI at home. And yeah, you would build up the work units, and you'd have a ranking in the UK and worldwide. I was within the top 1,000 worldwide, and I was well within the top half of the top 100 in the United Kingdom, and this included people who were system administrators with access to hundreds of computers. So obviously I couldn't compete with them, and there was one bloke who had about 50 or 60 caseless computers in his house. Yeah, I can't imagine what his electric bill was like, but obviously his electric company must have assumed he might have been doing something a bit different to running SETI at home on 50 or 60 computers plus, if you know what I'm getting at. But yeah, I played a lot of computer games, like video games like Soldier of Fortune 2, Quake 3, Doom, Half-Life, Unreal Tournament, Resident Evil, just things like this really, and a few car games as well. But Burnout, I think, was that on the PlayStation? I'm not too sure, but there was a number of games I played on the PC. I've mainly liked car games, like racing games, and obviously first-person shooting up games as well. And when I was playing Soldier of Fortune 2, I mainly played the game on German, UK, French, and Scandinavian servers occasionally as well, because the ping wasn't too bad. With any ping with lower than 35 milliseconds or under is a suitable ping for online gaming in my opinion, but ideally 20 milliseconds or under is best. So yeah, that's it really. I'll end this video now, but I would like to thank you all for watching this video. Thank you very much everybody, and please subscribe to my channel if you wish to hear more, and also feel free to reply to the video and I'll comment back to you as soon as I see it, or the thought of what to write. So yeah, I'd like to thank you again, so hope you all have a nice day. Thanks for watching, cheers, bye.